then see what our next mission, if it's going to be going further into the solar system or out of the solar system, or having us just do more stuff like set up satellite relays or what. So let's jump right in and see what we got going on here. Yeah, I got 1,800 research from the Doudna stuff we did. Okay, let's see what our mission control is here. Explore Ike. Oh, is that the moon? Is that the moon of, I think that's the moon of Doudna, right? We'd like you to go to Ike and stay there in a nice stable orbit. It isn't personal, it's science. Okay. So this one looks like, we're just putting something in orbit, right? We don't actually have to come back from this. My return from the void with spectacular finds. Resonant orbits. Huh. Calculate the resonant orbit needed for a carrier craft to inject crafted carriers like satellites into equidistant positions of a shared circular orbit. Useful for setting up things like ComNet constellations. The injection delta V value is the delta V required to move from the resonant orbit to the final circular orbit. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if I'll be doing that yet, but that's cool. Okay, all right. So it looks like we just need to put like a. Can I do an unmanned probe for this? We'd like you to go to Ike and stay there in a nice stable orbit. So it's just a stable orbit in Ike. That seems pretty simple. Plant a flag on Ike. Okay. So this would be taking Kerbal there. I assume I can't place a flag on Ike without a Kerbal. Let's see. Recover Lenski from Minmus. Expand station. Kerbin station part 1 around Kerbin. Surface outpost of Minmus. Probably science data from space around Doudna. I think I can just do this. I think we can do that. Conduct temperature surveys of Ike. Above near sector. Okay, that's certain sectors. I feel like I don't want to do this. I feel like I don't want to actually go down to the surface of Ike. I feel like if I'm going to go to Ike and just place a satellite around it, I don't necessarily want to have to go down to the surface of Ike and then get all the way back home. Because if I'm going out and placing a satellite, I could do that and then not have to come all the way back home. You can use past drones to cheat those, send science data, and merely transmit old research data from old probes. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to accept this even though I'm probably not going to do it. Let me check if my Doudna satellite... So this guy is orbiting Doudna. Let's see if I should just have like a temperature gauge or something on here that I could hopefully just transmit data back with. Unless I don't have something like that. Okay, there it is. So, transmit recover science data from space around Doudna. Log temperature. Transmit science. Ha ha ha. GG. Okay. That's great. Okay, that gave me 0 science data, but that gave me that quest done. Awesome. I wonder if maybe I could do this orbit. I can get the Sentinel infrared telescope one done at the same time. Okay, so let's go back to the Space Center. GG cookie time. Free funds. That's right. I wonder how much money that gives me. Does it show as that being completed and give me a little... Okay, that gave me like 300,000 or 200,000 something. Nice. What's up, Kenny? How are you doing, sir? Okay. Let me look at Sentinel infrared telescope on the vessel. Research the designated orbit. Mapping process will happen passively over a length of time as long as any active sentinels are near the specified orbit. They do not need to be newly launched. You will receive a progress notifications as suitable asteroids are mapped. Does the tracking station show where that orbit needs to be? Do I have like a quest? Is there a mission thing here? Because I'm curious if I'm going to go to Ike, which is Doudna, can I... Well, I do know that the orbit's going to be inside of our orbit to map things. So it looks like I probably wouldn't want to go inside to get that infrared thing, then go to Doudna. I'd want to go do that quest when I have a quest to like Eve or Moho, I think. Remember to get it orbiting the right way? Yeah. The tracking station show the orbit you need to reach. Where is it? I don't know which one it is that it's showing. Do an expedition relay. Try to land on the sun. There we go. Yeah, orbiting the right way. That's you learned that the hard way. Is it somewhere here? Rescued pod probe. How do I find toggle flags? Okay, toggle flags, space objects. Shows up when you accept the quest, that's all I know. I mean, I have the quest. I accepted it a long time ago. I wonder if I can click on something to show it. In the mid-launch map? What's mid-launch map? Oh, do I have to be launching something to see it? Maybe I have to, maybe I have to be, I wonder if I'm flying something, if it'll show up. The orbital map when you're flying a ship. Okay. Well, let's go to, just one of these guys and fly them. Oh, what is this? Ionic, symphonic. Okay, this is it right here, I think. So if I'm on a ship, it shows me the orbit I need to hit. Okay. Maybe I just want to set this up, actually. If I just launch a probe where my entire goal is to just get this thing set up with the Sentinel infrared telescope, that might be a good warm-up thing to do for the day. I wonder how much DV I need for that. I mean, I'm just... And I need to make it go the right way. So it needs to go the same direction. It's going the same direction as the rest of the planet's orbit. So let's see if we can design something to make that happen. I want to get the next very heavy rocketry unlocked. Vector, Rhino, and the Mammoth. So those are some new crazy high power engines there. Nuclear propulsion. I don't know what this thing's good for. I think this one's very slow, but very efficient or something like that. I don't know if that's worth getting. Large volume containment. Oh, you know, I should probably get these guys for fuel tanks for these very heavy rockets, I'm thinking. So let's get that. Advanced metalworks. Docking port. Quad stack coupler. I'm going to just get all the things. Composites. Oh, and these are the bigger shells and things. Okay, I think I want to just get all those things right there. Okay. Ion propulsion. Ion propulsion. Holy crap. Ion propulsion? That's cool. Nuclear rockets run off of liquid fuel, and they are extremely efficient in space, planet transfer. They're awful in atmosphere. Okay. High power electrics. Let's get this too. Where's the one? Thermoelectric generator. Is that the one that just gives you free power but uses heat? I think there's one that people say I need to get that I no longer need solar panels. Gigantor solar array. All right, let's work up to the solar panel stuff too. Okay. Ion runs off of xenon electricity, but are really slow. 2-hour burns. Okay. Well, basically all I need to do, I definitely want to put a relay on whatever we're going to do here. I wonder if I want to put science on this. Do I want to get like a full science sub-assembly for what I'm about to do? Let me see here. This is going to be an unmanned probe for sure. Radioactive thermo produce power 24/7. No need for sun or heat. Great for having small probes. Last forever. Cool. Okay. Those are very little tiny guy, and that would be my drone core there. So would I want a full science compartment for this? You know what? I feel like probably I do, actually. I think I do, because I can just put the... Do I already even have the thing I need in here? I wouldn't need the surface scanning thing for this guy. All I would need is the infrared sentinel thing. And let me make sure it's not already in here. It's not. Oh, this is kind of big, actually. Okay. The in-game description for is an Easter egg to Mark Watney and the Martian. Interesting. So we just do this. This could just be our thing here. Does it matter? Does this thing matter which way it's facing? I assume I will have it face towards the sun to see asteroids coming at us. Atmospheric, we don't need that. Barometer, thermometer, that stuff's all fine. Mystery goo, we can do that. I don't really care too much. I feel like I would want a better antenna than this, though. So we'll definitely want a bigger antenna, because this thing's going to be... We need to transmit this stuff back to Kerbal. So, let's see here. This is the big guy I've been using. What about this guy? Communitron. Is this the one that's one way? That's direct. I would want this one to be a relay. So it need to be one of these guys. I should probably just get my biggest one, since this is going to be in going pretty far towards the sun here. Okay, so we do something like that. We'll need solar panels. We'll need... Let me get some fuel here. Fuel tanks. Let's actually do a... where's the little spinny thing that helps us steer better? What is that thing called? Reaction wheel. Let's get a reaction wheel. Do I have the... Hold on a sec. Let me get this guy in here as well. Definitely get that guy in there. And you know what? I don't need the Science Junior. I don't even need this. I won't have a scientist to reset these things anyway, so as long as I have these guys in here that can just do basic science, it should be fine. Okay. I could probably do more batteries. How much energy does this thing take? Or how much power? 68.6 electric charge a second. And these batteries hold 400 charge. So that's 800 charge between the two of them. Probably would not hurt to put more batteries on here. I do actually have better batteries now. 200 charge, 1000 charge. How big is this thing? There we go. That'll give us 1800 battery charge. I might want to do actually 2 of those as well. Do that guy and then see if I can still put this guy in here. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. Okay, there we go. Give us lots of power. Unlimited power. Okay. So now we're going to put our fuel and engine for this thing. So let's see here. I definitely am going to want a decent chunk of fuel for this thing. So what is our most efficient energy for vacuum now that we got these higher end things? So I'm looking for thrust in a vacuum. Well, no, I want ISP in a vacuum. So what's the highest number? 315, 310, 350. I wonder if it's still the poodle. Or the poodle's always going to be our best in a vacuum until I get like... That one's pretty good. Until I get like, whoa. Okay, no, that's a jet engine. Until I get like the ion thrusters or something. So looks like our poodle is still our best vacuum engine thing. Okay. Alright, so there's that. I wonder if I should do some sort of asparagus staging here just to make sure I have enough for this thing. Because we are going to be going out pretty far, or going in pretty far, and I feel like we might need a decent amount of burn. So if I just do like, let's see, I want to do pairs of side. Are these decouplers? Ejection force 4,500, 2,600. These guys, these are what I want. So I do these two in pairs. I could do, and these are just, that's the wrong one. These are just going to be for fuel tanks that will fuel this guy that we can get rid of as we go. That's the plan here. We don't even need to put rockets on these guys. Just fuel tanks so we can have extra fuel. So do I have some skinny fuel tanks? Those aren't the right things. Those are for liquid fuel. We need something that has oxidizer and liquid fuel. That are skinny guys. What are I know I've used something like this before. Which one is it? Not you. No. Ah, I think it's these guys I've used. I don't think we'll need that much. If we just do this. Do this so that we have plenty of fuel to get where we need to go. And we could probably... I wonder if this thing survives launch. I don't know that this is very aerodynamic, but apparently putting the covering, the sheath or whatever, over stuff can be very heavy, add a lot of weight. But I don't know if this thing is going to be safe just having it mounted this way. This is probably a bad idea to place that there. Because these guys are going to get ejected out. My worry, though, is that... You know, I think I want to replace where these are. Let me just get rid of them and replace these guys. I want them to not be like this. Have them be here. And here. And hopefully that won't overlap with that guy. Yeah, that should be better. How's that look? Pretty good. Move this up just a little bit to be even with that. like that. Those even? That looks pretty even. Nothing's going inside of anything. Okay. Okay. And so these are going to be asparagus staged like this. From here to here. And then from here to here. And hopefully that'll give us plenty of DV once we're out in the atmosphere. Or not out in the atmosphere, out in the vacuum of space. Okay. Now the question is, can I launch this the way it is, or do I need to cover this top part? I wonder if I just put a nose thing on top of this, if that would be enough to make it... I feel like this thing, the drone being, or the drone core being exposed is probably a bad idea. Maybe I can just have a separate service bay for just these guys. I wonder if that would work or not. I don't think I could fit them in this guy. Is there a taller service bay than this guy? What is it called? Payload. No, there's only the two, and the one's really small. And that doesn't look like that would fit in there. I just don't want to use a fairing, since these things can be really, really heavy. I wonder if this can survive a launch. How can I see how much, like, wear and tear something can take? What if I move this part just down inside of this thing? Maybe I could do that. How would I do that? How would I go about moving, like, these pieces underneath this part? Seems kind of tough with the way this doesn't have, like, attachment point on the top. Pepe Boy standing by. What's up, Pibo? How are you doing, sir? I'm going to put this on the side here. Like, can I put this guy attached on the outside of this thing? It looks like this thing has to be mounted on a... on something like this. Ben, okay, how's it going? It's going okay for me. How do I turn you? I want to turn you the other direction. Oh my god. I guess I just have to rotate you. This just does not seem safe. I probably am just going to need to put a fairing over this whole thing. I think I probably will. Even though I don't want to, I think I'm going to. I think that's going to be the best bet for what I want to do here. Alright, so coupling. So this will be 25 here. Okay, there's that. I'm just curballing it up. How about you, sir? So I don't feel like if I'm gonna just fairing this whole thing, I don't think I need to. I don't need to worry about aerodynamics of this. I just need to do this around this guy, and I should be fine. Well, that's not gonna work. The satellite is so wide. Can I really not go around it? Oh god, that's gonna be sticking right through. That's not good. I wonder how I make it so this thing is not sticking outside a fairing. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It's just going to look ridiculous. How much do I care about how it looks? I'm mainly worried about just protecting this. What do I just do the fairing for this top part? So it's just covering this top little part. Would that work? Let me see here. Okay. Well, I want to let you maybe place you. I want the skinniest to let me do it. There. There. Okay. It's pretty goofy, but That will protect that top, and hopefully that's not too light. The question is, when I deploy it, I don't think this little middle thing will separate that off there. I think that's fine. So now I do need to make these aerodynamic, though. If you're doing okay, Pie Boy, how's life? Are you having you tired from work or something like that? How is your work going? Okay, I feel like this works fine. A little goofy looking, but do I have everything I need? I don't have solar panels. Let me get solar panels so I don't forget. Definitely gonna need a decent amount of energy, or power. So I think I got some new solar panels. Bit tired, been too busy though, so it's okay. Busy. So apparently these stationary ones are some of the best. 2.8 a second. Oh, Gigantor solar array. How big is this thing? What does this deploy as? Hold on a second. What do you look like deployed, Gigantor? Oh, okay, all right. So these look like these are probably going to be the solar panels we're going to be using from now on. That's pretty badass. Because that gives so much power. Okay, so if I place like 2 of these right there, that's going to be so much power. That's going to be great. I like it. Okay, all right. That should be plenty of solar panels, I think, right there. What is that? What is that? 24 a second? So that's the same as, like, well, like 8 or so of these guys. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I should not have to worry about solar power for a while. Okay, those look badass. Okay, so there's solar panels. We got electric. We got our telescope. Got our satellite. Okay, this is basically all I need. Now I just need to launch. Let's do maybe one more stage for like our transfer stage, and then we place the entire liftoff rocket thingy. So let's do one more. All right, got a satellite. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything. I have my steer assist in there. Okay, I got solar panels. I just need to remember to deploy them. Okay, all right. So let's do one more thing like this guy, but we'll even do a larger tank for, not that. Do like this is like a transfer stage for this guy, and then we put our big sub-assembly on here. Big exit rocket. Oh, I should probably be able to, you know, decouple that. Okay. And sub-assembly. Big exit rocket. Okay. Wait. Didn't I do a new one? I did do a new one that uses better stuff than this. Did I not save that one? I didn't. Okay, I think I want to make a new sub-assembly here. So let me save this. This is infrared deployment rocket. Okay, so we're saving that. Now let me open the Doudna surface station, I believe. Yes. Okay. Okay. This was pretty insane. Wow. Okay, this is actually a little bit bigger than what I want to make a sub-assembly of. Is there one that's smaller than that? What does the Doudna expedition look like? Okay, that used the big exit rocket. Looks like I might just need to create my own new sub-assembly. Okay, let me just load this guy. So basically, if I want to do a new, let's do it. We have new rockets anyway, so let's make a new a new exit rocket build. So, and we'll detach it and do it as a sub-assembly after we do it. So let's see, fuel tanks. We actually have new, bigger fuel tanks, I think, right? Yeah. We even have a slightly bigger size here. So, if I'm going to be using this smaller size here, maybe... What the hell is an RCS fuel tank? Oh, RCS. Okay, that's small things. Okay. So I would want to do an adapter. Nope. We would want to do... Unless we... You know what? We might want to do a... Do we want to do a quad decoupler thing? Do I want to do some sort of quad decoupler? I don't think so. Okay, where's the adapter for this? To go to the larger size. Because there's a larger size than this. There's got to be an adapter for it. Oh, maybe I didn't get the adapters unlocked for the next size up. Okay. Oh, there's the adapter. Okay. It's actually in fuel tank. Are you an actual fuel tank? Oh, you're an adapter that also holds fuel and oxidizer. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Okay. All right. So... what size tanks? So we have the X200s. Those are the smaller ones. This guy, 7,200. Oh my god, these things are huge. Okay. Alright, we'll do like two. How much does that carry compared to this big giant guy here? Mass 7.2, 16.2, 3,200 fuel compared to 1,440. Wow. Okay, that should be plenty of fuel, I think. Okay. And so, what new engines did we get? We got a Mammoth, which, is this a booster guy? Kind of like the, No, the twin bores are boosters. These guys are... Or are they even boosters? Maybe they're not boosters. I was using them as boosters. Wow, this thing looks crazy. Oh, that thing's tiny. Okay. What was the new things I got? I got the Mammoth. Okay, the Vector I did get, and that's new. That's a small guy. There was something else I got too. The Rhino. How does the Rhino compare to the Mammoth? 315 vacuum ASL 295. I mean, that looks pretty freaking powerful right there. Okay. All right. Not a lot of DV. Let me fix my staging first here, though. So we're gonna want to do a stage above. So we're gonna do that there, and I'm gonna want to do the guys that go off first up here. Do that. And then those guys are gonna go... Whoops, no, actually I want these guys here. And I want these guys up here. And then that stages, then that burns. Then that goes. Then those guys go. Okay. Okay. Cool, so that staging's right. We definitely need more DV, that's for sure. Okay, so let's see, let's put some of the guys we did on the other thing. So the twin bore guys. Yeah, so if I do like whatchamacallit? Asparagus staging. I don't know why I can never remember those words. Asparagus staging for these guys. Why would you? I clicked and then moved, and you didn't place yourself. Come on. Okay. So we do like that. And then we do these guys. So I like smart staging mode. Just reset staging and it fixes most of the problems. Oh, okay. I might have to check out that mod. Because staging is one of the most annoying things. Having to fix that all the time. I might look into doing that. Okay. Now let's move these guys so they line up here. Right there. Okay. Is that right? One more space? Okay, that looks even, I believe. Okay. Can we change the name? Call it Bacon Staging or something? Bacon Staging? Bacon Staging. Okay, alright. So, and we want to... Instead of asparagus? Which direct... Okay, so I believe I want the ones that are... I want these guys to fall off first. So... I think for the bacon staging, if you will, we would want to do something like this. There. And then there. There's onion staging, asparagus staging, but bacon staging does sound better. Jeb might eat the staging. Jeb, stop eating my stages. My God. Okay, and so... Now, with the way this works, I want all these engines to fire at the same time, I believe. But we want to use up this fuel for this middle guy first. Is this how this works? Is this right? I think this is right. Okay, we need an extra stage here for... we want these guys to fall off first. These guys to fall off second. Like this. Then this. Okay. Okay. So I think that's right. If I put more fuel tanks on top of these, is this going to be better or worse for our DV here? If I put, like, say... some more fuel on these guys. Alt. Helps a... Oh, yes, that does give us a lot of DV. Okay. Okay, that might be too much DV. Yeah, I know. I'll give them the nose cones. I think that's too much DV. We're basically just going on an orbit inside of Kerbal. I've had to... I feel like this won't take as much DV as it took us to get to Doudna. Well, we had to get back from Doudna, so that's something to keep in mind too. And we're not bringing this one back. No, that's too big. This guy. There we go. Okay, so if we do that and then put some tail fins, I think we decided were the correct ones to be using that I was not using before. Tail fins. Tail fins. Ooh. Like that. And then do, like 4 here. How come these don't line up? Oh, because these are a little funkily placed. Like that. Okay. A reminder that bringing your orbit closer to the sun is harder than making it further out. Oh, is it really? Bringing your orbit closer is harder? I didn't know that. I've never done this. I've never done this mission. So maybe I do want that extra DV. Maybe I can just add a fuel tank, but not the big giant ones I was going to add. So if instead of these big ones, I do these 16s. 16s and 16s. 7 KDV is probably good. I'm hoping, anyway. I like that. I like that. All right, so is my staging good? These guys all go together, then we decouple that one, then decouple those guys, then decouple that, then decouple that. Okay. Like how the longer you fire a rocket, your apoapsis gradually moves faster and faster. It's also better to land on the sun at night when it's cooler. That's a good tip right there. The longer you fire a rocket, your apoapsis gradually leaves faster and faster, and in winter. Okay. I want to save this right here as my new bigger exit rocket. So let's do a sub-assembly. Is going to be new exit rocket. Crap. I didn't, you know what I didn't do is I didn't auto strut these. Let me auto strut before I save this. Auto strut. Auto strut. Okay, so now we're going to save it as what I just did. So this was new exit rocket. Oh, you know what I also didn't do? I didn't put the little things that shoot them out when they separate. You know, let's go ahead and do that now, just so I don't have things blowing up into each other like seems to happen to me all the time lately. The little Separatron guys. What's just annoying about it is having to stage these things, though. But let's go ahead and do it. Okay. There. And there. You need struts connected to the top and the bottom, or else that top half will wobble mid-launch. You think so? Okay. I'll do that in a second. Okay, and so let me get these guys staged at the same time. So those guys are going to go when these guys go. So Separatron, Separatron. So that should be those guys and those guys. Good. Then we do the next ones here. That guy there. And that guy there. Okay. And these guys should be the same as this guy. Okay. There. There. Good. Okay, that should be good. I think. Think that's good. Okay. So now that I put the Separatrons, now let's save this as a sub-assembly that we can hopefully use again. And this whole guy is going to be new exit rocket. Okay, save. And so I should auto strut all this stuff. Auto strut. Auto strut. Auto strut. Hopefully that's enough. Just auto strut all the things. Okay. All right. 7 KDV. Went down a little bit, I guess, from putting these guys on there. But let's just check our staging, and I think we'll be good to go. So these guys all fire at the same time. As these guys run out of fuel, they will get separated. Separated. Then that whole bottom part comes off. Then we use that to transfer. Okay, that's not right. This should be its own separate thing here. That should be the first one, so I need this guy to be by itself. And I need this engine to actually... I need these guys to basically swap places. Can I do that? Can I have you move down here? So you'll be firing, and then... that's definitely the... Oh, that's the right order. This one, then this one. This fairing thing. I don't really need that, but that's fine. Are you excited for Kerbal 2? Definitely over, Foxy. It looks awesome. Yeah, check yo staging. Yeah, huh? I'm doing it right now. All right, so that's 7K. I think that looks good. Gotta check yo staging. Okay. Yeah, separate, then burn. Asparagus, asparagus, and then fairing thing. Okay, I think this looks good. I'm definitely excited for Kerbal 2 over Foxy. I hope that it's as good as the video makes it look. Alrighty, so we are trying to basically start scanning for asteroids coming towards Kerbal is what this this setup's looking to do. Get an infrared skeloscope. All right, and I'm not using my joystick this time, so I got to get used to flying with just the keyboard again. Okay, all right. How do we look? We look pretty good. I think we look good. Okay. Launching in. Wait. Z and X are my throttle. It's amazing to see how the animation has come in like 7 years. Funny thing is you don't need those telescopes to find asteroids. You don't? Well, I have a mission to do it, so I'm going to do it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey, this sure looks good right now. Oh, look at the purple and yellow. That looks amazing. Okay, I'm just going to tilt a bit here. Stage. Hey! That was so much smoother than a lot of other rocket launches I've had. It didn't blow anything up. So good. This Mammoth engine is badass, by the way. I think it's called a Mammoth. Alright, my apoapsis is already plenty high, so I'm going to cut already. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I want to burn up these side guys so I get the weight off of me. My apoapsis is already really high. So now I'm going to cut. Am I in a place where I can now deploy that? I think so. Yep, because we're out of the atmosphere, I believe. Almost. Okay. And then we want to burn towards our we're basically want to burn at 90, I think, once we approach our apoapsis. If you go find with one Mammoth engine and 2 of those huge tanks stacked, you can pretty much make it to orbit. Nice. Well, it's nice to finally have engines that are just strong enough that I don't have to use all these extra boosters and stuff. That other engine help, except for heavy payloads. So you're saying I probably didn't even need those, what are they called, twin bores on the side? If I just put, like, asparagus fuel things, the Mammoth itself would do what it needed to do. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to want to burn it prograde. I will start going up now some here. All right, 30 seconds. We're going to start burning here. Okay, let's burn it. We actually want to keep this kind of even, I think, so I don't need to go at full throttle here, I don't think. I believe, anyway. We have a pretty high orbit, but I'm kind of okay with that. As long as we have plenty of fuel to... plenty of DV to do what we need to do. I could probably lower the burn some here. Okay, alright. Oh, that's looking good, man. Get above 70K and we'll be good. Beautiful. Okay. Seems like a pretty good launch. I'll take that. And we have a little bit left in our launch stage. And then we got basically the transfer stage and then extra. So, seems pretty good. Okay. Now, we have to plan. Now the next challenge is I got to get on orbit. Designated orbit. Why are you not showing me? You showed me before. How do I show this? Do I have to be in the tracking station to show this? Well, I want to show me the orbit. I wonder if I need to escape Kerbal first. I need to escape going this direction, though. I definitely know that. So I need to make sure. I probably want to burn at the PE to have like an escape going this direction, I think. So I believe the best way, the most efficient way for your fuel is to do a PE burn to do an escape. If I'm not mistaken. There we go. There's a Kerbal escape, and that gives me an orbit going the correct direction. It's an orbit that's larger than Kerbal's orbit. So I guess that's what you're talking about, where it's harder to get an orbit that's inside a higher orbit or a lower orbit. I'm not sure which higher, lower, or which is the right term. So I want to use the least amount possible to escape, I feel like. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so there's 13 million. So I know that 10 million periapts is somewhere in here. Hopefully it will tell me. I don't understand why it's not showing me. It seems kind of dumb that I have to go to the tracking station to find. I guess my periapsis will show here once I escape Kerbal. Of what we need to do there, so I think that'll be the most efficient way to escape Kerbal is to burn at the periapsis. So let's go ahead and warp to this maneuver here. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to extend my solar panels. Okay, we're doing fine here. Okay, extend solar panels. It's beautiful. Just look at it. It's going through the fuel lines. Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully going through the fuel lines is fine. It's fine, I guess. Quick save here. Okay. All right. 47-second burn. We'll start our transfer stage. We'll drop off this thing and start our transfer stage at the end of this. And then we'll just have to get close enough to the sun's orbit for the next stage here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full throttle. You're just going to say hi and start lurking. All right, Ninja Kiwi, enjoy your lurking. Real quick, sir, can you give me the link for your salt emote again? I lost it yesterday. Before you get too lurky, would you mind throwing that to me? I lost it yesterday. I clicked on it and then for some reason didn't save it. and I want to make that be my last emote. Thank you, by the way, for designing these emotes. They're awesome. Love them. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, that gives me an exit. That gives me an exit. Beautiful. Okay. Same as Kiwi here. Been having to lurk here hard lately, but hello, Ran in chat. Now into hardcore lurk mode. All right, enjoy your lurking, MZez. None of fuel needed to orbit the sun in the opposite way of Kerbal requires so much fuel you could leave the solar system before you achieve it. Wow, that's crazy. Sweet. Thank you, Kiwi. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to bookmark it now. Stream salty boat. I love all those missiles coming off the side of the cell. It's great. All right, beautiful. Thank you, Ninja Kiwi. Enjoy your lurking, sir. Okay, so there we are. We have ourselves an exit path. So my current sun periapsis is 13,000. So if I want to lower my periapsis, which is I think what we want to do, I want to do a burn at the apoapsis and then burn at the periapsis, I think. To burn retrograde to bring my periapsis where I need it to be. I believe that's what I needed to do. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. Okay. When's the next FTL, Rebecca? Rebecca Mark II? Nice name. It is on Thursday. We play FTL on Mondays and Thursdays. So I believe what I'm going to do is burn at retrograde until my periapsis is basically 10 million, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Oh, this doesn't look too bad. I thought this was going to be terrible. I should be able to make this work no problem. So it needs to be 10 million 2. 10 2. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, I'll use 500 DV. Okay. Ten to 3. And it's going to give me an amount that I can deviate, I guess. Okay, so right around there. Fine, no offense, though, but I'm going to watch some Rand Dude FTL VODs on YouTube then. No worries. You do what you got to do. Okay, so that uses 600 DV. What is my DV looking like? 6,000 DV. Okay, I think we have plenty. I think we'll be good. Oh, I didn't put down both my solar panels here. We'll enjoy your Rand videos on YouTube. I'll be making more on Thursday. Alrighty, sweet. So I think we got plenty for what we need to do. Let's warp to next maneuver, which is in 200 and something days here. Oh, it's now showing me what I guess because I'm getting close to what we need it to be. This is probably pretty good practice for how we would get to, like, say, Eve or Moho. Wow, this would take a lot of DV, it looks like, to get to Moho. Especially since the orbit is so, like, tilted, too. Your orbit's so tilted. You tilted, Moho? Get tilted. All right, good. My electric charge staying maxed out with my solar panels being deployed. Okay. Okay. How we looking? Looking pretty good. Okay. So this is a 1.5 minute burn. And it does not use, it uses about half of our transfer stage. And I'm going to have to do another burn at the periapsis, I think. So maybe we'll use basically this entire transfer stage. It'd be crazy if I actually planned this like perfectly. So I have like this extra, although I'm going to have way more than I need. that's normal. I always have way more than I need. So I probably didn't need this asparagus staging for extra stuff up here. But over-engineering, that's my MO. All right. Burning 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. So glad we have this the advanced fly-by-wire thing that lets us just use the nodes. Don't have to manually do all the steering and stuff. So I assume, can you actually fly into the sun? I mean, you say it takes a ton of DV to lower your orbit or get closer to the sun. Is that, what would be the purpose? I wonder if there's like some science you could do by flying a satellite into the sun and have it like deploying information as you do that. I mean, Kenny said I should go into the sun. Just go at nighttime. It'll be not so hot. But I wonder if you could get any science from like getting as close to the sun, sending off data right until you burn up into the sun's hot plasma or whatever it's made of. This reminds me of the movie Sunshine. What's the movie Sunshine? I don't know if I know that movie. Mars 1990. Okay. Start slowing down here. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. Okay. So what did that do? Periapsis 10.2. All right, sweet. That should be within acceptable levels. You can fly close to the sun and get a decent chunk of science, but if you get too close, your craft overheats and explodes. Why would it do that? It's not like the sun's hot or anything. Jeez. Okay, so we now need to do a maneuver at the periapsis. Oh. What's happening? What's happening? Why was there... What? Okay. Apparently I didn't turn my stuff off. But we're still in acceptable stuff, so that was just a stupid close that. Okay. 10.19. I think that's within standard deviation. We went a little too far because apparently I pressed a button, like shift or something that... Well, I guess I could correct a little bit. If I burn it prograde for just a tiny, tiny bit, I still feel like we're in standard deviation, but let me just make sure. Okay, 10.239. Two, 1, 2. Just get to 10.2 and we'll be fine. There. Okay. All right. That should be plenty. Check out Parker Solar Probe. Parker Solar Probe. What do you mean check that out? Is that a YouTube video or what? All right. So next I want to burn up my periapsis to bring my apoapsis down to 10.27. So this will be a retrograde burn, I believe. There we go. 10 to... Why is my periapsis changing here? Oh, probably if I go past a certain amount, that's when that changes. Okay. That should be close enough. I feel like if it's within 400,000, 4 million meters, should be close enough, hopefully. Okay. And that uses the rest of my transfer stage. Okay. Let's do a quick save here before we warp to this, and we're going to go for it. That's a NASA satellite sent to Sun IRL. Oh, okay. Did they get a solar probe? Did they get a probe like as close to the sun as they could or something? All right, we're going to burn at maneuver, even though maneuver is going to be probably at the retrograde. Scott Manley has done a video before trying to land on the sun, ending up, I think, 15 million kilometers off. Trying to land on the sun. I need to point Kenny to that video because he told me to do it. That's funny. That's funny. I'll have to watch more Scott Manley stuff. I watched his video that was basically he was looking at the Kerbal Space Program 2 trailer and like doing commentary on it and stuff. It was really cool because, you know, he was actually describing what the different engines that he saw looked like and able to tell what stuff was from Kerbal Space Program 1 and what stuff looked like it was kind of experimental stuff, because it sounds like they're apparently for Kerbal Space Program 2 they're like talking to real life rocket scientists to get ideas for different types of engines and stuff like that, which seems really cool. Yeah, go ahead and link it, Maloxel. Link it. Has like mirror shield with water cooling to not burn, and it's supposed to orbit sun for a while. That's cool. It's really cool. All right, we're going to start this burn soon. It's another a little over a minute and a half. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Save. Burn. I might keep an eye on my apoapsis here as well. Yeah, it's a long burn. We can just kind of sit back. So my thought for my placement for these guys was that the infrared satellite would be looking towards the sun, and this would be pointing outwards towards Earth. I don't know if that's actually correct orientation. Probably in real life, you'd want this to be able to swivel and move around to point towards the direction you want to, but I don't think that's a thing in Kerbal Space Program. Although it's kind of cool that the solar panels will always follow the sun. It'd be interesting if the satellites actually followed the direction they needed to face too. I wonder if I need to... Will I need to turn this thing on? Start object tracking. Okay, looks like I will need to turn that on. Okay. So we're going to have to stage in the middle of this burn here. Oh, I've already reached the orbit. I'm going to continue this anyway, within the deviation, just because I want to. You know what? I don't have to, though. I could just... This orbit is within standard deviation, apparently. So let's just keep this, and then I have a whole tank full of stuff. All right, nice. I have all of this if I need to adjust at any point. Stand corrected. He made it to 3 million kilometers. Wow, that's cool. All right, cool. I'll have to watch that at some point. Only 20-minute video, not bad. Okay, cool. All right, so we now have this guy. So we need to... I actually do want to point... Let's see, if I just do a Q and E, yeah. I want to point this way just because I feel like it looks cool to have my, oh, no. Have my satellite or my scanner pointed toward the sun. And start object tracking. It's now mapping asteroids passing near Kerbal orbit. Cool. So it said I think this is going to take a while. Happen passively over a length of time as long as any active sentinels are near the specified orbit. They do not need to be newly launched. You will receive progress notifications as suitable asteroids are mapped. So this thing's going to map asteroids. That's really cool. I wonder if I can log any data from here. I've never been inside the orbit this far before, so I wonder if I will get any science from this. Nope. Reset. And... reset, nothing. Okay. So those are the only things I had for science, so that's fine. Okay. Very cool. Alrighty. So that will just happen. So I can just kind of let that just happen. We can just let that fly. We can even go further into an orbit if we need to at some point. Hey, what's up, Huevo Asesino? How's the energy consumption looking? Oh, I didn't check that. Let me check that actually. Let me go back to our infrared thingamajigger. Infrared deployment rocket orbiting the sun. Let's see. That's a good idea. I should make sure that it is having enough electricity. It looks like it's staying topped off, and this thing is on, right? Yeah, it's object tracking. There's nothing to transmit, I don't think. What's up, my Kerbals? What's up, Disco Pony? How are you doing? Looks good. Looks good, man. All right. It's awesome. I wonder if that thing's just going to stay close to us forever since I didn't leave it or didn't go any further. All right. So let's go back home. So that quest will, or that mission will finish over time. So our next mission is actually to send a thing to orbit Ike. I have a mission to plant a flag on Ike. I don't think I want to do that. Just because I'd have to get somebody home too. Oh, specific orbit of Ike. This one looks like we could do with that one and get some extra money. Probe has an antenna, can generate power. Have materials bay, have an accelerometer, have a mystery goo, maintain stability. We can do this one. Since we're going to Ike, we can even place two satellites if we need to. Extract ore from Doudna and deliver it to Ike. Who needs Doudna ore on Ike? We're not doing that. Also worth noting, those huge antennae consume 200 electric charge per second while they're transmitting. Okay. Okay. Not a huge deal. I'll have to keep that in mind, though. Uses lots and lots of energy while transmitting. Okay. So, is it going to tell? It's going to tell me as it maps these guys, I assume. We need to import Doudna ores to Ike, apparently. All right, so here's a question. Orbit Ike. So if I get an unmanned probe in orbit around Ike, that should complete this one too. So, mine ore from Eve and deliver to Elu. Sounds super efficient. AKA a suicide mission. Nice. The Ike High Council declares a 20% tariff on all Doudnian ores. Nice. Okay. I feel like I could actually use the thing I just made to do this mission with a few alterations. So if I open up this guy, and basically just change what's at the top, this should work. Beware sandworms on Doudnian. On Doudna. Okay. So this had plenty of DV, and I think it'll get us have plenty of DV to get us to Doudna as well, especially since we're not coming back. So basically, all I need is to have the stuff inside of this that it said I needed. So I can change the top of this guy, actually. So I no longer need this guy. I don't need the infrared thing on here. I just need... I need a materials bay, accelerometer, mystery goo, and stability. Materials bay. Is that the science thing? What's materials bay? This is a processing lab. Is this the materials bay? Accelerometer. What's the materials bay? Not if the Doudnian Council counterattacks with 30% tariff on IKEA exports. IKEA exports or IKEA exports. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a trade war. Science bay equals materials bay. So the science junior? Is this the materials? Observe materials bay. Okay, there, that is it. Okay, thank you. All right, so can I place this guy inside of here? Overlapping stuff. I can. You know what? I'm going to not care about that overlapping. I think that's fine if that's overlaps. Because it's all compacted on top of each other. I'm fine with that. So I just need accelerometer. Accelerometer. Mystery goo. Let's actually rotate this guy like this. There we go. That should be all the things on it I need, right? Materials bay, accelerometer, mystery goo, stability, just get the right orbit, and that should be good. I think I'm going to drop this plant a flag on Ike. Although I don't need to drop it yet. I might have another opportunity to do that, or another mission that has me land on Ike. Don't litho break without me or Jeb. You got to go for the night? University in the morning? All right, Meloxel, thanks for hanging out, my friend. I'll see you next time, sir. Have a great night. Okay, I wonder... this is all I need, right? I just need to get in orbit with this around Ike and we're good. We got solar panels. You know what? Just because of how much power you said this thing takes, I'm going to put... one more of these guys right kind of opposite of that guy. So if I have all these guys extended... yeah, that's going to look awesome. All right, cool. All right. No, I didn't want you to go away. I want you to retract. Just retract, please. There we go. Okay. Ah, crap. Took away the mirrored thing. X. There we go. Okay, so we're going to save this as... actually, I think I'm going to put a nose cone on it. But this is going to be Ike Orbital Satellite. Can I put a nose cone just on this? Oh, yeah. Nice. Looks a little funky. I was wanting that to be on top of this thing. So do nose cones, can you just, if I want this thing to actually come off after we get off on orbit, I need to put like a, you know what we can do is we can put a clampatron on there, and I think that will work. Oh, this guy's kind of, that doesn't give us enough, whatchamacallit, coverage for being aerodynamic or whatever. There, that seems better. Well, the thing is I can't see the clampatron to actually decouple this thing. 'Cause I want to decouple this off after we get there. So I guess if I just move this up a very tiny amount so I can click on this guy, I'll be able to right click and it'll allow me to do enable staging. Okay. Or just declamp, it'll go off. Okay. So I think this will work. Need a decoupler, not a clampatron. I'm pretty sure with a clampatron, it gives you the ability to do that, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure we've done that before. That you can like manually decouple whatever's on the end of a clampatron. I'm like 80% sure of that. I'm gonna try it. Once we get into space, we'll see if it works. We got plenty of DV. Check our staging one more time. It should be good from the last one. I'm going to go ahead and auto-strut this. Okay. All those go at the same time. Those go off. Those go off. Stage there. Transfer stage. Do that. Those guys. Okay, that looks good. Save and launch it. We're going to Ike. Hitting the moon of Doudna. It's a nice amount of asparagus. Thanks, Disco Pony. I'm getting to where I love me some asparagus. In real life and in this video game. I might eventually, if we do like some crazy one, put even more rockets and do, I guess that would be onion staging if you have multiple stages all around, decoupling and stuff like that. All right, here we go. Full throttle. 3, 2, 1. Launch it. Let's hope we have a pretty clean launch like our previous one. It's pretty good. I will say we didn't even use this asparagus on our previous satellite, but again, I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay, let's start aggressively turning here. Just don't tip over. And we're going to finish this whole stage before we turn off, even though our apoapsis is high enough already. There we go. And now we cut it. Cut it there. Ship looks beautiful. Thank you, Huevo Asesino. Asesino, I designed it myself. Now, decouple node. So now that guy goes off. See? There we go. There we go. All right. Looks pretty good. So about 30 seconds to apoapsis. We're going to start burning at the prograde, I believe. That's what we're going to do. I love the thrusters you put on the SRBs to make sure there's enough clearance. Thanks, Blake. You know, after all of our troubles last time with things ramming into each other, I felt like it was good. I feel like I didn't need it with the decouplers being as wide as with how much space they had. But I felt like it was better to err on the side of caution and too much space and more thrust out. And we've had 2 pretty darn successful launches so far. We'll see if we get all the way into orbit safely here. But I really like this new exit rocket we got, and it's probably because we got this new Mammoth engine unlocked from our Doudna science. So I'm definitely liking the new Mammoth thing is amazing. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to burn at about 30 seconds to apoapsis here, so we can speed this up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to burn at prograde, so let's start revving up here. Okay. There we are at prograde. Now let's try to circularize. Let's do it. Enjoy my ad bits. Thanks, Mr. Insig. I will enjoy your ad bits. Appreciate that very much. Probably going to do that myself from now on. I tend to put my decouplers at the top area of the SRBs, and it usually pushes them outwards and away, but sometimes you still get blown up, so that's a neat trick. Well, I don't know that I came up with that trick. Basically, I feel like if you put like one on the top or one at the bottom, like when it goes out, it'll either flip in and explode or flip out and explode like that. And so I kind of like putting them in the middle, so it just kind of hopefully evenly shoots them out. I don't know. We'll see if it consistently works. All right, this launch is looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. We're constantly keeping our apoapsis just a little bit in front of us, which I think is the correct way to do this. Okay. All right. There we go. We circularized. And I still... Very similar to our previous launch. Both these last 2 launches have felt really good to me. Felt really good. Okay. Alrighty. Now we need to get to Doudna. And then from Doudna, orbit Ike. So that is our next goal. So Basically, we just need to get an escape. We need to get escape from Kerbin, and then we can start looking at planning a, whatchamacallit, a meeting point or whatever it's called. I just can't remember words, man. Words are hard. All right, so we're just trying to get an escape. Escape from Kerbal here. Okay. These use a little more DV than last time, but I think that might be because our Apoapsis is slightly less this time. So I'm going to get as small a burn as I can just to escape. Okay. There we go. Around 900 DV to escape. So that will start into our transfer stage, but that should be fine because we have plenty of stuff. Okay, so plenty of DV. Okay. That looks good. I'm going to do a quick save here, and let's warp to next maneuver. And we're going to be on our maneuver node here. Okay. We'll use just a little bit of our transfer stage. What, like a little over 100 of our transfer stage. That's fine. That's super fine. Super fine. Oh, let's deploy our... Damn it. Deploy our solar panels here. I'm remembering to do stuff, guys. Totally remembering. God, I can't. Come on, let me deploy you. Jesus. Apparently these big giant dudes are really hard for me to click on. There we go. Okay. I get them all? I didn't get that one. Extend. Cool. Oh, man. I love these giant solar panels. These guys look awesome. I think these are the solar panels I saw a ton of on the Kerbal Space Program 2 video. 3, 2, 1, go. Solar panels make everything look legit as fuck. That's right, it does. Well, a lot of the Kerbal Space Program 2 ones, they had like a ton of these guys and a ton of those heat sinks, I think. Okay, stage. Stage. But it does make us look legit, man. We're real Kerbals in real space. 3, 2. I should be able to actually see a flip here when we escape. Did we do it? Did we get a Kerbal escape? We did. We got it. Beautiful. Alrighty. Okay. So now that we got our Kerbal escape, it's all about finding a Doudna rendezvous. So I believe we're going to want to do it somewhere around over here to try to do a maneuver for this, if I'm not mistaken. So if we plan a maneuver somewhere around here, we might have to wait multiple orbits or something, but we can see how this will work. Okay. Okay, I don't see a encounter yet. Encounter, that's the word. Encounter. Oh, I need to make Doudna my focus, by the way. Set as target. There's something. Okay, they're going away from each other, going away from each other. Set Doudna's target. Yeah, that was my fault. I forgot to do that. So if I do this, go around here, see if I can find one. Just kind of go in a big circle here, see if we get anything here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check my ascending descending node. What is our we're at 0.1. I think that's fine. do a little bit more prograde here so we make sure we get... There we go. That seems better. Might have more of a chance at an encounter here. Oh, they're moving towards each other. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Oh, we might have one. Hey, there it is. Doudna encounter. Okay. Wow, on our first one. That takes 1,000 DV. I think that's fine. Doudna approach. Can I do focus view? Can we do a focus? Thank you. Okay, so how close? Okay, not bad at all. I want to get as close as I can. So where's my maneuver node? Here you are. So I want to click on that and see if we can adjust it to get a little bit closer here. Because for one thing, we want to get this guy down. Let's fix our sending node as well. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Cool. Let's see how close we can get it here. Oh, man. We could maybe even get our Ike. Well, we don't want to plan on that. Oh, crap. Ike encounter. Okay. Maybe I can't just go right to Ike. Do I actually get an Ike encounter? You facepalmed like 4 days ago and I realized Minmus was just a moon orbiting Kerbal. You thought it was a planet? Yeah. I kind of did something similar to that. What's the best planet to go to after Moon Minmus? Doudna is the first one that takes you to, Blake. That's kind of where I am. Okay. This gives me an Ike encounter. Here, have a free Ike encounter. Let's do that. Let's just take that. I'm not going to adjust that anymore. That's plenty close. Okay, so I just need to now warp to next maneuver here. Which is in 200 days. Yeah, Doudna is the Mars equivalent. That's exactly right, Blake. Oh, the Sentinel mapped 4 of 5. Huh, I finished that mission. So all those asteroids got mapped while I was doing this. That's awesome. That's cool. All right, that mission we got started earlier is now done. So now I guess when I go back to my... After I get this guy in orbit, I'll be able to get credit for that, I think. That's awesome, man. That's cool when missions just complete themselves. Like, I put in the legwork. Just had to, you know, just had to be patient, man. Alrighty. It's going to be a 2.5 minute burn here. I want to get this one as close as possible so I make sure we get our... Hopefully we line it up with the Ike encounter. But if it's not exact... It won't be a huge deal, I don't think. Okay. Can transmit science. I don't think we can get anything from here now. We've done all the solar orbit stuff, I'm pretty sure. If I recall, it's got a thin atmosphere, so you can do neat things like aerobraking around Doudna to help you get into orbit without using much fuel. Are you talking about Doudna? Crap. Oh, frickin' hell, I missed it. Did I miss it? Can I start the burn now? Okay. Well, I missed it. I was reading chat. Hashtag blame chat. All right, we started the burn late. Hopefully it won't screw us up too much. Yeah, I definitely use the Doudna, going by Doudna to aero brake, or whatever it's called, to slow us down. We definitely did that when we landed on Doudna, I think. I think we did like 1 or 2 aero brakes to slow us down. Hashtag blame Disco Pony. Frickin' chat. Twitch chat ruining video games one streamer at a time. One streamer at a time. God, why do you guys watch me play video games so much? Stop watching me. You make me mess up so much. No, please don't stop watching me. Please, please. Like, fine, I'll go watch somebody who's not so stupid at reading chat and messing up his video games. You'll try that. You've done it a couple times around Kerbin. Yeah, it's easier around Kerbin because Kerbin's got more of an atmosphere and it's just bigger. I'm actually curious about size of planets because as far as I've seen, Kerbin is like 10 times the size of the next biggest planet. Doudna seems way smaller than Kerbin. I wonder if some of the outer gas giants are... I think there's at least one gas giant in this game. I don't know. I haven't been there yet. Is Doudna the furthest out planet, or is there a bigger one outside of it? I feel like they probably purposefully didn't put bigger planets because it's probably very resource intensive to put big giant planets. It'd be kind of funny if Kerbin is the largest planet in this system. Alright, this is one long burn. There's Jewel, the gas giant. Okay, is it bigger than Kerbin? I would hope it's bigger than Kerbin. You assume it's bigger. They're gold, they're Veterinaire. I guess we'll have to check it out at some point. Maybe I'll zoom in and look at it after we do this burn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right. Do we still keep our icon counter? That's what I want to know. I did. I got my icon counter. Sweet, man. Awesome. Hey, Rand, love the content like many others who came over from YouTube. Sadly, money is super tight right now and you can't sub. As soon as I have some money laying around, it's coming to you. Well, thanks, Broken Arrow Productions. I love your name. And, no, you know, never have to apologize about not being able to sub or anything like that. I appreciate you just being here and hanging out. Oh, Jewel and Elu. Let me set his target. I want to just, or focus view. I want to zoom into this. What is Jewel? Whoa, it's got a bunch of moons. Oh man, I want to check out Jewel. Sweet, this looks awesome. Can you land on Jewel? I'm guessing you can't land on the gas giants. That probably wouldn't make any sense. That's cool. I haven't even got there yet. Okay. Focus view. Here we go. Alrighty, so I think our plan is to burn... I mean, it might have been better to actually go closer to Doudna to slow us down. But I have so much DV, I'm probably fine burning at the Ike periapsis, hopefully. You believe it would crush you before you could land on Jewel? Oh, that's cool. You can land if you're brave enough. Land in the gas. Alright. So let's see how much DV it would take to put us in orbit of Jewel. Ike. That's a lot of DV. Huh. It's actually putting us in orbit of Doudna, it's looking like. Oh, is that the Doudna periapsis? No, that's the Ike periapsis. Well, hold on a second. Okay. Interesting here. I might need to change my burn placement. Can I make Ike my focus? Focus view. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we need. All right, so that's the orbit we need to hit. Yeah, this is using a lot of DV. This is going through multiple stages to do this. There's probably a better way of doing this, but I think we can just do it this way. Let's use the least amount of DV just to get in this orbit, though. Probably because we're just going so fast. You can land if you like exploring. Can you really land on Jewel? Just like landing on the sun, but do it at night in deep winter. Okay. You got trolling me. You're trolling me, I see. All right, 1800 DV, and I have about 5,000. So this is not efficient, but I think this will work. And I don't think it'll be too costly once we get an orbit. What is our periapsis? 14,000. That periapsis seems really close, actually. I wonder if I should adjust my periapsis out a little bit before I do this maneuver. Apparently, I got a really close Ike encounter. Exploring and exploding is the same thing in KSB. No, you can't land. Okay. Gas means atmosphere. I wonder if you could fly in the atmosphere. That'd be crazy. Because there could be some mountains big enough that we might have issues here. I think this should be fine, though. That's a hot arrow break into Doudna. Well, this is Ike, and our periapsis is so close here. You're trying to like the game, but you're stuck in career, the science grind wall, the credits needed to upgrade the buildings, and making places way, way harder than making rockets. Oh, making planes way harder than rockets? Yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna go for this. I'm gonna do a hard save real fast here. It's used a lot of my DV, but this is gonna get me into orbit, and that's pretty much all we need. Cannot auto warp so far. So it's a year away. So if I want to warp here, I need to... okay, I did my hard save. We want to go to tracking station. So start burn in 204 days. Tracking station, 204 days. It's Ike, you couldn't tell, yeah. Manganiac, yeah. If you're getting stuck, you could do easier things just to get a bunch of science. Like if you just orbit the sun for the first time, apparently it gives you a ton of science. So, okay, so 204 days means... Is there a way to track time until that maneuver? I don't know. 204 days. I don't know when the days flip over here. Minmus can get a lot of science. It's quite easy to get to and go back. Yes. Manganiac, I've actually cheesed a little bit of science too by placing a... if you land a science base on Minmus and then cheese this by just making time go by really fast, you can farm science pretty cheesily, and I've done that once or twice. There's a video of some guy sending a spaceplane to Jewel and flying. Nice. All right, so how many days are in the year of this? Is it 365? Let's go just 100 days at a time. So let's go to 237 days. Let's go to 237 days. And I did a hard save, so if I bypass my maneuver, I can always check back. Okay, so that's 100 days. Let me fly this thing and see how long to our maneuver node here. The Science Processing Lab and Processing Lab is OP. Yes, that's what I would recommend if you feel like you're hitting a wall, especially if you're hitting a wall for advancing your science. 103 days. Okay, good. So if I just do that, I wonder if I'm close enough to just warp to my maneuver now. Where's my, you know what? I could probably, where is my new maneuver? Wait a second. Okay. Warp here. Okay, this will work. This is fine. You had one science base on the moon and one on Minmus. It's not cheating, it's surprise game mechanics. It's clever use of gaming mechanics. Stop using the word cheating, Rand. Just clever use of game mechanics. That's right. That is right. Alright, 16 days till our maneuver. Can I now warp to next maneuver? It's so weird because maneuver's on this node right here. I want to go on focus. Can I focus you? Doudna, no. Focus view, there we go. Let's see if now, if I zoom in, can I now warp? No, nope. Warp here, okay. We're gonna do a quick save. It took me 3 hours to make a plane that could take off without flipping. Then all of a sudden, when I thought I was behind, it was behind me. Thought I was behind me. I started flipping again before taking off. Manganiac, my experience is that the planes are much higher to fly. I spent like half a stream one day designing an airplane and then flying it, and it's so much harder to fly and control. I feel like this game is really about the rockets. So if you really want to do plane stuff, it's kind of almost a different game, I would say. You never made a plane yet, done all your stuff so far with rockets only. In my experience, the rockets work way better than the planes. Ike. I want to focus Ike. I can't focus Ike because all my stuff is there. Okay. Can I now warp to next maneuver? I don't know why it's not letting me warp to next maneuver, but okay. You only made a, once made a space plane that could make from Kerbal surface to moon surface and back. Cool. Space plane, huh? All right. 5 minutes till our burn here. All righty. Let's just quick save. And speed up time here. We're going to have to stage a couple times. But we'll basically be staging this asparagus staging thing we set up. So it's actually good that I had this asparagus staging from our previous satellite so that we had it for this guy. You know, I knew there was a reason I over-engineer. It's planning for future missions. You never know how much asparagus you'll need. All right, where's Ike? Holy crap, where's Ike? You are on collision approach, sir. Collision with Ike incoming. The transition between atmosphere and orbit is the hardest part for planes. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't even messed with that. My one time I made a space plane, it was, or a plane, it was not to go in orbit. It was just to fly and try to land. You know what's really hard about flying planes? The landing. Sticking the landing. That's what's really hard. Alrighty, here we go. Time to slow down. Hey, we got our Ike encounter. We already got science from Ike, though, so there's nothing we can really get here. I wonder if we're going to get any gravity to help us. 3, 2, 1. Burn it. You don't stick landing, so I use parachutes. Probably what I should have done. Why do I feel like I'm going to ram Ike right now? Oh my god. Is my periapsis so close that we're going to hit a mountain? I might have to load. I feel like we're going to be really close. Litho braking imminent. It's going to be close, I think. I kind of want to, like, turn so my solar panels don't hit it. just, you know, just in case. You never know. Because you never know. You're going to have a dent. Fine. We're fine. This is fine, guys. Everything is fine. Nobody's on fire. I did this on purpose. Okay, you know? I just wanted to get, you know, some nice gravity assist that doesn't exist for Ike, apparently. Nobody's on fire yet. Except whoever's, you know, standing right behind the engines. Okay. Still a minute left of our burn here. That was really close. That was, I mean, it's hard to tell scale sometimes in this game. But that seemed really close. Stage view. Why is it so that I have nothing in that stage? It's weird. Interesting. It's like the stage is going down. It's very weird. Did I not? I didn't separate my guy that should have separated. I don't know. I'm confused. Not exactly sure what's happening. Am I fueling somehow? I have no idea. I quite kind of don't understand what just happened there. I'm not quite in orbit yet, though, so I need to keep burning. Okay, all right. I don't think we quite got an orbit here. We're close. That was really weird. I don't think you get free fuel somehow. Can I please do focus view on Ike, please? Set as focus and set as target. There we go. Okay. Where am I? I'm right here. I need to somehow... Do I need to burn at retrograde, I think, to get an orbit here? What is happening? Can I check my fuel tanks? Let me get an orbit first. How do I get an orbit? Hey, what's up, wooden platypus? Because burning at retrograde's not doing anything. I think it's because I'm not in orbit of this guy. I'm in orbit of something else. How do I get a maneuver where I actually get an orbit of this guy? Is that working? No, that's not working. First, slow down a lot, which would be burning at retrograde, right? Oh, there it is. There it is. So what I do, if I just burn a little bit more retrograde, it should work, right? Oh, I was burning at retrograde. So I should just be able to burn at retrograde now, shouldn't I? I might have to redo this maneuver, but let me just burn a little bit more retrograde. Retrograde. There we go. So now if I just, okay, now we're in orbit. I just got to burn at my apoapsis to make it so that my orbit's not going through the planet. Okay. No, stop. Stop. Okay, that's fine. So if I burn at apoapsis at prograde a little bit, that should be good. And then we'll be in a stable orbit. That will not use very much. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll look at fixing our orbit and figuring out why my fuel's acting so strange. It's good to see you, though, wooden platypus. Glad you're able to join us for 2 days in a row. Okay, this is just to make sure we don't slam into Ike here. I still have... I feel like actually what's happening is both my fuel tanks are being used at the same time. So like my asparagus staging is just not right. 3, 2, 1. Are we in orbit? We're in orbit. Okay, great. Yeah, I think my asparagus staging somehow... You know what? I wonder if... It's so strange. It's like these fuel tanks. Are you empty? You're empty. And you're empty, but they never staged them. So it was a staging issue. Well, I think I'm going to quick save again. I'm just going to go ahead and decouple these guys. Decouple this guy. And these guys have a very small... These guys have no fuel in them. Why is it? This is so strange. I guess it drained these guys and then the staging was wrong. So I can just decouple all these guys because they're empty. I just don't understand why it didn't quite work correctly, but it's fine. Okay. All right. I still have 3,000 DV, so it should be fine. It was a beautiful plane with inverted wings, slim. Then all of a sudden it started flipping and ramming the wings against the ground on takeoff. Yeah, Manganiac, like I said, the planes to me are the hardest part of this game. So, all right, now we got to work on getting our orbit to match, which is going to be a pain because I think we're not even going in the right direction. So we need to go in the opposite direction. What's the best way to do this? I think the first thing we need to do is we need to get an intercept. We need to intersect the orbit, and then we can fix our incline. So it's probably... I actually probably need to burn on my apoapsis to bring my periapsis to match this apoapsis, maybe. I think that's probably the cheapest thing. So if I... Let me just plan a maneuver here. Okay. I want this guy to intersect is what I want to do. Actually, can I make... no, I guess it's just an orbit. It's not like I can actually make an intersect or a focus view on this orbit. Okay, it's pretty darn close right there. So we'll do that. 4 minutes to this burn. Okay. Maneuver. Make a plane start and fly is one thing, but keeping it to fly after it's lost weight due to fuel burning is even harder. Oh, God. Sounds like nothing about flying a plane is easy in this game. Why is flying a plane harder than flying a rocket? I guess because you're dealing with atmosphere is probably the answer to that question. But it's cool. Probably takes a lot more skill than doing rocket stuff, I think. Because of aerodynamics. Okay. This is not rocket science. Isn't that the opposite? Usually, because it's not rocket science, means things are easier, not harder? Or harder or not easy? I don't even know. Kappa, 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 kappa. Kappa, kappa. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. Four, 3, 2, 1. A little over, but what does that look like? That gets us close to the intercept. If I can go to, what is that prograde? If I go to retrograde just a little bit, I can maybe fix this. Very nice. Okay, we're going to go with that. So next thing we want to do is we want to... If I burn at the ascending node, I should be able to get my tilt of my axis correct here, if I understand correctly. I'm assuming that the gravity of Ike is small enough that if I just match this orbit and then turn it around, like we've done at other moons, it should be fine. At least there are no birds and trillion shreds of debris in space. Kerbals develop rockets before planes, apparently. Bigger explosions, I guess. Sounds about right. Okay. All right, let's redo that. Looks like we'll have to do a do adjustments this way. Let's keep our orbit as we do this. This way and this. Whoa, crap! I think I need finer tuning here. You have to deal with aerodynamics when flying rockets too, at least in the beginning of each flight. Yeah. It's easier, just keep it straight. Kind of using a lot of DV for this, but hopefully that's okay. Okay. I'm trying to just match this line here. It's not quite working. Oh, that's kind of going where I want it to go. I'm actually going to build a plane to drill up ore from Doudna to fuel the space station, but getting there is my challenge. Yeah, I have I started that a stream or two ago. We actually have on Minmus, we have ore being collected. The challenge is matching this orbit while actually staying in orbit. Okay, I feel like I'm doing way too much here. How do I do this? I want to match this orbit. Probably what I should do is just burn it retrograde here before we get the orbits matching before I try to get the tilts matching. Let me try to do this. So if I burn it retrograde, let's just do it this way. I think I'm doing too many steps at one time here. There we go. That looks pretty good. Is that intersecting? Looks like that's intersecting pretty well. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do that. We'll do like small adjustments at a time rather than doing multiple adjustments on a certain node here. Oh, it's crazy to see these orbiting bodies. I saw this meme about what was like rocket scientists learning how to understand physics in rockets, and it's like a graph, and it's like starts low, going to school, going to college, then it spikes up when they play Kerbal Space Program or something like that. I was like, hey, that's pretty funny. It's cool to see this stuff in action. All right, as soon as we get this orbit, we're going to GG cookie time and take our first break. Huh. Interesting. There's like some darker areas on Ike here. Kerbal Space Program, better than college to teach you about rocket science, physics, and gravity. Not probably true, but find that funny though. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn it. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. But it's true. Completely true. All right, there we go. So that basically, we have a periapsis and apoapsis that both intersect. So if I can now just match the tilt of the orbit, we should be able to make this work. The tilt-a-whirl here. Okay, we want to go this way. And hope our orbit doesn't fly out of its sphere of influence. There it went. So let me see if I can fix that by doing something like this. Okay. Nope, wrong direction. Here, here. Make little adjustments here. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's looking good. Okay, that's pretty good. How much of an adjustment? Nah, I don't want to do that. Getting close here. Getting close. Let's get there, and then we should be able to make some small adjustments to fix this. Let's get that. That's pretty darn good. What's next maneuver? Hey, what's up, Castfire? I'm inclined to correct you there. What's up, Viking Pirate? What planet? This is, it's not a planet. This is Ike. We are at the moon of Doudna, trying to get a satellite placed to complete 2 quests at once. One to just orbit Doudna, or orbit Ike, which we've already done. But I just got to get the designated orbit for this positioned satellite in a specific orbit thing, and we'll be completed with this mission. Okay, all right. I know there's somebody on YouTube who would probably also disagree with the whole playing Kerbal Space Program teaches you more about rocket science in college, because I think they're actually in college for rocket science. So it's like, that's not true. I'm sure this is very simplified rocket science. It's like me playing rock band is a very simplified version of actually learning to play guitar. One, burn it. Like, that's not really what playing guitar is like, but it teaches you some basic things like rhythm and stuff. It's more about rhythm than it is about other stuff. 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, we're getting really close. Are we going in the right direction? We are going in the wrong direction. So once we line up this orbit, or maybe now I want to just... So I want to turn around now. Let me do a quick save. If I just burn at retrograde, I wonder if that will get me going in the right direction, then I can fix it. You learn the basics of guitar playing rock band. It helped with coordination. There you go. Helps with coordination. I'm going to actually try this. Quick save. Full throttle. And we're waiting for this thing to flip around. Wait, I can't stay at retrograde the whole time. Hold on a second. Let me quick load. I can't revert to launch now, but that's fine. Basically, I want to be pointing at retrograde, but then I need to turn off retrograde so the retrograde doesn't change as the orbit changes, I think, is what I need to do. So, point at retrograde. And then turn on, and then just do stability assist. And then full throttle and see if this is going to do what I want it to do. All right, that's flipping our orbit around. Okay. Yeah, this is looking like what I want it to do. X. Okay. All right, pretty good. Now we're going the right direction. Now I just need to correct our orbit and we can make this happen. So, our tilt is pretty close already. Basically, I need to get a... probably if I just burn right. If I do another maneuver node right here, I can probably get it close enough. So we'll do one orbit around. Actually, I'm going towards this, aren't I? No, it's 3 hours. Okay. So I basically want to go this way just a touch, like that. Okay. I need this to be adjusted this way. There. And a very small adjustment the other direction here. Oh, I need this scale to be smaller. Okay, I think that will probably... This will probably put us in the... in the zone of whatever, of close enough. The zone of close enough whatever. Quick save. I'll actually highlight this so I can see when it tells me I've got the designated orbit. Would it be cheaper to make several orbital tilts? Probably, but I have 2200 DV, and this takes 38 DV. I don't think I need to worry about being efficient for this. This is going to be a satellite's going to stay in orbit, so I'm not worried about being most efficient here. You got a contract from Make Drone on orbit of Dune, and when I done it, I changed orbit and sent it to the orbit of the sun. Yeah, it sounds like you got to be careful when you leave your satellites. You got to make sure they're not going to cross over somebody else's, some other body's orbit. Okay, all right. All right, this should, I'm going to just, as soon as I see this be a green check mark, I'm done. So I probably even want to run this science. Even though I've done this science, it probably won't hurt to do it and see if I can transmit it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Designated orbit within minimal deviation. I'm not there yet, apparently. Am I still not in? Really? I feel like I'm, like, really close. I guess my apoapsis is not quite there, so I need to burn right at periapsis then. All right, one more burn should do it, I think. All right, add a maneuver. I think my periapsis is just slightly too close to the... Yeah, actually, it is a decent amount off. If I get my apoapsis close enough, it's probably going to be good for what I need here. I do this. A little bit more prograde. Okay, that should probably do it right there. Okay. So let's warp to next maneuver. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Okay, last one. This should do it. This should do us. A 0.1 second burn time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. We did it. We did it. Let's just maintain stability and we complete this quest, man. All right. BAUT full. We got it. That's GG cookie time, boys. We're going to GG cookie time that. That took a little more time than I thought it should, but we got there. Let's see if any of this science will do anything for us. Observe materials bay. Transmit gives us nothing, so okay. See if any of this gives us anything. I think I did all this stuff on my flyby of Doudna. Yeah, gives us... We have to recover it. Transmitting gives us nothing, so we're just going to reset. Seismic data. Can't be done? Well, then why do they want me to bring it here? Hey, that gives us some. Okay. Nice. Apparently I didn't do these two things. Maybe because I wasn't as close there. Alright, well that got us a little bit of data. I like it. Cookies, yay, yay for cookies. Alright guys, I'm going to let you just enjoy this view. I'm going to real quick stand upstairs, use the restroom. Thank you all so much for watching. If there's anybody in the stream, please do the follow. Hope you guys are enjoying the Kerbal Space program. It's always a blast to play. When I come back, we'll check out what our next mission is, and hopefully it'll be landing on another planet or something. So, process it in the lab. Just kidding. Yeah, right. my lab that I brought with me. But I'll be right back, my friends. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in just a sec. You can make station on orbit of Eve. I assume you can make a station on orbit of any of the planets. I mean, you could make a station on orbit of the sun. Don't know how useful that will be, I guess, unless you need a refuel station somewhere. Real quick, let me just respond to a text from yesterday that I forgot that I was in the middle of responding and didn't finish. Real quick, guys. I swear, autocorrect is so dumb. Yes, I wanted to say slither, not another. This new phone I have is the worst autocorrect I've ever had. Okay, make sure that sends. Good. Alrighty, let's go home, get our money for these missions we just did, because our tracking asteroids mission completed during that mission as well. You can make fuel in Minmus? Yeah, I actually have started the process of that. I might want to continue working on that in a bit. All right, we got a little science for that. Got a bunch of money. Let's see. So our missions, the only mission I have is planting a flag on Ike. So what is our next? Okay, explore Doudna. Really? I've already done that. Oh, man. So want me just to dock? I swear the progression of missions in this game is so weird sometimes. So weird. Like, this is the main story mission, and it's telling me to do something that I've basically done. So I think I could do this. Wow. So there's a mission to plant a surface outpost on Eve. Atmospheric surveys of Doudna. You have to do, like, certain areas for that. I think I want to do that. So my orbit for this guy's in the wrong place for these. But since I already have one of these in orbit, I wonder if I could fix this orbit and just get the... it's only $160,000. It's only $160,000. I don't know if it's worth doing that. But yeah, there's like all these great missions to do orbits, or satellites in orbit of all these other planets and moons. And my main mission is just to go to Doudna again. I don't understand. Don't understand. Alright, well, I think what I can do is I can just go latch onto my, latch onto my satellite I already have at Doudna. Because I feel like if I don't follow this progression, I'm gonna, like, do stuff before I actually need to do it. But maybe I take a break from this and actually do see about how my fuel generation stuff is going. Because what I did before is I set up on Minmus. I have a mining station, which is probably full right now of fuel. Let me actually check. Minmus mining drill Mark 1. So if I pilot this thing, I'm guessing this is probably full of fuel with all the time that it's been mining and converting, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not, then I feel like I set it up wrong. But let's check it. Let's see if I can do that. Still mining. So this guy's full of fuel, and this guy's full of fuel. So yeah. So this thing is doing its thing. I feel like I probably want more tanks on this thing, like more fuel tanks. So what I probably want to do is send something down here that can latch onto this that's got more fuel tanks to fill, but also that I can latch on to take that fuel and launch up and bring it to the orbital fuel station we have. So I wonder what the best way to do that would be. It'd probably, yeah, like a rover tanker. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because we designed that one rover. So if we use that rover that we designed, put some fuel tanks on it, we could latch onto this guy. It would give it more space to hold more fuel. And basically what we would do is we'd have a claw on both sides. So we have one claw that can latch on and fuel up with fuel. And then we could de-latch on, and then it can go latch on to whatever we want to deliver the fuel with. So basically, what we need is two things. We need a rover, that's our tanker that transfers the fuel between the two things. And then we need the actual rocket that goes up to the fuel station. Can I deliver something like that to the planet that has both pieces? Is that something I can do? If I could have the rover vertically stored somewhere where it just kind of falls out of the rocket that will be the delivery thing, would that be something I could make? Or I might need to do this. I might need to do this in two stages. One just to get the rover down here, and then another to deliver the rocket. That might be the better way to do it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get the rover tanker down here first. And then after we get it attached and it fills up with fuel, then this thing will be working while we design our other thing to get the delivery thing to it. Okay. Let's do that. Let's get our rover tanker designed. This is crazy. All right. This is definitely something I want to do. This is different than just going to planets and landing and getting science. This sounds kind of fun to design and see if we can make it happen. So we already have the rover put together. Well, we have the start of the rover. Let's load that first. We had a pretty good rover design I think we came up with last time. So now what I want to do is add tanks to it, like fuel tanks to it. Rand Rover Mark 1. So this guy. He's got a bunch of science on it. Would we need a Kerbal to drive this thing around? This is a much cooler mission. Well, it's not actually a mission. This is just something I'm doing because I think it'll be fun to do. I guess we could have we have many pilots, don't we? I guess what we could do is have one pilot whose job is to drive this thing and then fly the rocket up and down. Yeah, I think I actually want to have this manned by a pilot rather than have it be unmanned. I'll probably give it the option to be unmanned. But I think I'll have like just some inexperienced pilot that I have. So now the question is, how do I store this in something to deliver it to a planet? Or to a moon, to Minmus in this case. Is there a way to orient this so that it's vertical, and then when we land, we can kind of like deploy it out? Or do I want to deliver this in some sort of space plane that I've never used? Is there any way to how would you deploy something like this? Grab the root part and rotate. All right, what is the root part? It's this middle thing. Okay. Okay. All right. Now the thing is, I want to actually have fuel tanks on here rather than all this science. A space crane. I need a space crane. Is that a thing? You need a space crane? Probably before I do this, I should figure out how I want to do my fuel tanks. Actually, let me rotate it back because I have an idea of what I want to do here. And I want to test it driving around first. So, if I move this whole section to be right behind this guy. And I do... Actually, I'm probably use my better solar panels now, so I don't even need those guys. So I just want one big fuel tank. What's my biggest fuel tank? Oh, God. Wow. What about this big guy? Okay, that's probably not going to work. Okay. As this thing fills... We actually want this to start empty on for this. I'm curious what the center of mass is going to look like as we fill this guy. It's going to go backwards. That might be an issue as we're driving around here. You build mine around the tank and then put a claw on the front. Okay. I probably should do it that way. I think I should just get rid of all the science stuff. I just don't think it's... We just need to not have science be a part of this. I feel like we do something like this. If we just do this, center of mass just goes up, I think that'll be doable. You get a long tank and turn it sideways and put wheels on it. But I want to have the Rove Mate as kind of a base. What if I do this, though, and rotate this? Hey, what's up, Johnny? How are you doing? So if we do this... I feel like this is not bad, actually. This is starting to look like a semi-trailer. This actually looks pretty awesome. What does center of mass look like for this guy? As it fills up. Oh, that is with it full. Oh, this will work great. You're stuck at work, but at least you can watch. Nice. Okay. Now, claw placement is what I need to consider here. So, I want a claw on the front and the back of this thing. That was a coupling. Actually, I guess I honestly probably only need one claw. I swear I won't grab onto these things. What are we making? We're making basically a tanker that's going to get the fuel from our Minmus mining station and can transfer it to a rocket that could take it up to our orbital station. FYI, if you can make the claw able to move up and down a bit, it will help when trying to attach the tank. Don't forget the height of the tank you're going to try to attach to. How do you do that? I would love to be able to have this move up and down. Is there something that allows for that? What would allow me to move a claw up and down? I was thinking about that, but I don't know. I know that ladders can extend. Is there some structural thing that can move? There's some sort of beam. Put a small landing gear on the front, can lift the whole thing. Oh. So an extendable landing gear that like has it kind of tilt up. The robotic parts are the best solutions. What are the robotic parts? Is that something? Is that only in expansion? Because I don't have the expansion if the robotic parts are only in that. I would love to have the robotic parts. I just don't know if that's a thing I have. Let me rename this as my Rover Fuel Tanker Mark 1. Save that. They might be. You might haven't unlocked them. Let's check. Let's look at the science and see if if there's something available I just haven't unlocked. Ion propulsion, advanced unmanned tech, remote guidance, large probes, advanced motors. It's just for better wheels. Fuel cell array, heavy landing, advanced landing. You can also just put two claws, one on top of each other. It's true, I could do that. I feel like it might be in the expansion. Quadcoupler. Experimental science is just holding tank and a narrowband scanner. Breaking Down DLC has the robotic parts. Okay, so I don't have that. All right. Damn. That would be cool. How much is the DLC? I'm wondering, maybe I should just buy it with how much I'm playing this. But I don't know that I want to just do that during the stream here. Put two claws on top of each other, or the other thing you had mentioned was a landing gear to kind of tilt it. I don't know how the landing gear thing would work because you have to be like moving to latch on, right? Time for shopping. Something goofy like this. Like that, right in front of the guys we can't see. And if... oh, crap. Control Z. Damn it. I swear, this whole move tool thing is one of the most annoying things ever. It's not as easy as two claws and it might break. Yeah. Well, then I'd probably need some sort of strut for it to put two on top of each other. Okay, let's try two claws in front of each, or on top of each other. Let's get if I do this, unlock the glaive beam. If only I could. If only I could. Okay. Dual tank adapter is a good one. Dual tank adapter. What's the dual tank adapter? That's the brand adapter. We're talking about the oh, the bi-decoupler. Oh. Okay. How do I turn it to face me? No, not that. Z? Q? There we go. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's pretty crazy. Coupling. And does it just attach to that thing? Alt. I don't understand why these things just won't line up sometimes. I just don't. I mean, there's a green ball. There's a green ball. Put it there. If I go. There we go. I guess I have to line it up. Well. There we go. Ha ha ha. Okay. That looks so goofy. All right. I would need to move this up. And I'd want to put one on the back side too. So let's alt copy this guy. Put one on the back as well. Well, I wonder if I just was able to move my wheels down, if it would be better than actually trying to move these guys up. Although it's probably better to move these guys up. Maybe a combination of both. Maybe if I move all of my wheels down a bit. You're tilted though. It's kind of an issue. It's a trick rover. That's right. We're gonna do some crazy tricks on this thing. Oh god, it's doing this thing again. Okay, I need to do. What's the symmetry change? What's the button for symmetry change? Oh, there it is. It changed. Okay. R. Okay. So what I want to do is move these guys down. It's not. Okay, something like that. And then if I move these guys up just a little bit, it should be better. Okay, so same thing with these guys. Would be alright if I added you on Steam? Sure, Johnny. If you type !Steam, I think it'll give you my exact name. I think it's just Rand118. But I think you type Steam, it should give you my info for that. We're definitely going to test driving this thing around before we take it up, though. That's for sure. Okay. Might be a day or two before I accept your request, but yeah, that's definitely fine. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I need to move these guys up. Sure, my Kerbal doesn't need to see to drive. There we go. Okay, that looks even. Okay. This looks goofy as hell. I wonder if these things are attached well or not. I should probably like auto strut, auto strut, auto strut, and auto strut. Could attach claws to the tank to get them up higher and just move the Kerbal seat. Yeah, I could do that too. This is looking kind of crazy. Where could I move the seat? Can I put the seat on top? That seems like that would be really goofy. But you might be right. It might just be better to do this, like place it. Will allow me to attach it to this thing is what I'm wondering. Doesn't seem like it's going to allow me to attach it to the fuel thing. Unless I can attach this one and then do X. It doesn't let me do multiples of these. So I can do that one, but I can't do one on the other side. I don't know where I'm going to put this seat. We'll just put it up here for now. It won't let me attach it to this side. I guess what I could do is place here and then just manually do that. I just don't love that as much. Oh wait, maybe if I swap it around, it'll let me do it. No. Radial attachment point to get yourself a way to attach. What's a radial attachment point? This? Or is that an actual thing? An actual piece that I don't know about? Is there a structural radial attachment point? Oh. Never done that before. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. And then we do Alt. There. SS. You are a genius, sir. Okay. Still looks like a crazy place to put a Kerbal up here on the top of this. It's like, how do I move the Kerbal from here to the pilot seat? I'll have to like have him jump and fly. She's thick. What if I had a little structural thing so that he's actually down on the bottom front here of this thing? Like actually almost underneath the wheels. I think I kind of want to do something like that. Ladder around the tank? Nah, I don't want to do that. I think it'll be easier to get on if I have some sort of thing underneath here. Gotta watch out for their big helmet. It would be hard. If I lifted this entire thing up a little bit, maybe I could do that. If I do like a some sort of support and have this all up a little bit, then maybe I could actually just have the seat there if I do that. Structural fuselage. That's too tall. Super top heavy, you think, if I do that? Let me try. Let me see if I can do some adjusting here to make this do what I want it to do. Okay, that's centered. Then we go up. I don't think that looks terrible. Well, the thing's going through there. If I go up like this, so it's... There we go. Let's see where the center of mass is if I do that. That's with this thing empty, right? Might still be okay, but that might give me clearance to put a Kerbal like right down here. Let me just try this and see, and try driving it around and see what it feels and looks and activates like. So if I do, I want to attach this on the bottom of this thing. Can I do that? If I do this, down just a touch, and then back. Will my Kerbal's head be going through stuff is the question. I want to place you on this guy, right? His head looks like he may be running into the claw there. And who knows how well this thing will be able to drive and stuff. Okay. You could build a thing that holds 2 seats under and to the sides of the tank with a sidecar. Holds 2 seats under and to the sides of the tank. You're talking about on the side of this thing? What do you mean, like maybe a structural thing that hangs down? That might be better. They basically drive from the side. Oh, crap. Let's get rid of that. I still want my Kerbal to be able to get to it easily is kind of one of the issues. You know what I'm also going to need on this thing? I'm going to need solar panels. Let me place the solar panels. Maybe that'll give me a better idea of how I want these to work, too. So if I have solar panels like this, this can maybe give me an idea of how I want to put the side things. Add another piece to go to the left or right so the seats aren't under the clouds, but on one side, each on one side. So like maybe kind of right between here, off to the side. Let's see. If I do like a sideways I-beam here. Is this getting goofy? It's getting pretty goofy. I feel like this might actually work. If I put a seat, like do a 2-seater thing here. Where's the seat? Do this. Turn it so it's facing forward. How's that look? I feel like that might actually work. Let's move it just a touch though. I'm holding shift. Let me... Oh, don't snap, please. Okay. Okay. I feel like we need to test drive this thing. This is so goofy. Okay. So we got solar panels. We got batteries. Okay. Let's save this. Now the helmet will stay away from the tank. We'll see. Save, launch. We should have a Kerbal on this thing and see if it drives, how well it drives around. I currently have this thing full of fuel. It won't be full of fuel when we launch it, though. One time I managed to land a rover to Minmus with full science equipment complete with a mobile processing lab. Nice. Well, that's what one person mentioned doing, driving around getting a bunch of science. Why is my Kerbal not on there? Okay, it's going backwards is my problem, though. So it's the wrong side is front. I think this is going to work, though. Let me revert to vehicle assembly. How do you change which side is forwards? I know there's a way to do this. We want our untrained pilot to do this stuff. I know there's a way to turn it around. How do I do that? Is that wheels? Steering direction inverted? Right-click probe should have a reverse direction. Maybe it's this middle section. My wheels I was able to turn around. Do I have to do like all steering direction? Control point. Control point reversed. Okay, let's try that. Save, launch. I should have a Kerbal here this time. We can check if the Kerbal's head is going through the tank or anything like that. This is going to be a very heavy thing. Luckily, we're only going to Minmus with it, so... Okay. You look at this. And we can even have 2 Kerbals on it if we want to. I have more than 1 control point. Yeah, it's still acting like it's backwards. It might conflict. Well, I mean, this is basically mirrored, so if I just move this the other side, that might be fine. It's definitely the backwards from what I want it. Revert to vehicle assembly. I can change it there. Okay. Well, let me just switch this whole section. If I switch this whole section, this will probably fix it. Okay. All right, so we go like that, and then we just move it. Haven't caught up to the YouTube playlist yet. Have you tried using the claw for a rescue? Yeah, we've done claws to dock with things. That's actually what we're using the claws for here, is to dock and transfer fuel and stuff. Okay, let's see if that will work. I still have my crew on there? Nope. Keeps taking them off. Let's do that. Save, launch. But yeah, we've done a couple docking things where we use the claw. Usually we just latch on and then leave it there. In most cases where we've done this. Okay, I think this should work, and then we can start setting up to launch this up there. All right, so if I press forward, it should go that way. Okay, nice. Okay. Is this thing full of fuel? So this is what this feels like, full of fuel. I feel like it's not completely centered. Oh, okay, the gravity's pretty heavy there. Revert to launch here. Ever tried to unlock the claw joint on re-entry? No, I haven't. I wonder if there's a way to make this a little more stable. If I like have my wheels further out, because this is kind of tall. I wonder if I added like another layer of these to the sides and had the wheels go further out. If that would be better. I mean, the gravity on Minmus isn't as bad, but I'd like it to be stable even on Kerbal here. You know what? These solar panels might not be the best to use because they spread out so far. I probably should not use these guys. That's why you attach wheels right to the tank so it can be lower. Well, I'm more worried about... Yeah. Let me revert to launch. Let me change out these solar panels. I like these guys, but I don't like them for this build. Flops around like a fish above water on steroids. Nice. Oh, not to launch. Revert to vehicle assembly. I thought that's what I clicked. Okay. We're just going to use the other solar panels. No. Control Z. Okay, thank God. Just these guys. Just get rid of those. The big ones. Where's these big guys? Yeah. So I just do a bunch of these guys on top. Oh, wow. Apparently I can't have them be... There we go. Is this for moving the fuel around from being harvested? Yes. Yes. We're going... This is basically our tanker that's going to grab the fuel from our mining station, then take it to the rocket that's going to deliver it to our orbital station. That's the goal. Stupid lag on this game. It's so terrible. When I place it, it has this lag, so if I move my mouse, it doesn't place sometimes. And, yep, just floating here now because of that. Okay. All right, we'll do that. Don't forget to put an RCS tank so you can top off the ship RCS. Okay. I guess I can put a small RCS tank here. RCS tank. Do I have a small RCS tank? I have these guys. These things are big though, aren't they? Is there a smaller RCS tank? I guess I can maybe attach it to this thing, like to the front of this thing, and have these. Can you attach two different types of fuel tanks to each other? I don't know if that's a thing you can do or not. Either putting the wheels around the tank or getting the stance wider. I think I am going to get the stance wider. Cylinder at the bottom. Holding tank, monopropellant. I guess it's is it monopropellant? Okay. So if I just do that, that should work, right? And I can transfer stuff to there if I need to. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I definitely want to get the stance wider. How can I do that? If I kind of just want like two of these. Let me see here. I have all these batteries is the issue. I'm gonna have to replace these, I think, if I do this, make this wider. If I make this 2 wide instead of 1 wide, I think this will work. You built a mobile miner that can dock with a fuel delivery rocket. You think you haven't played KSP for months or over a year. It takes so friggin' long to start. Sometimes crashes. Oh, that sucks. I haven't had any crashing issues. I have some. I've had some lag issues though. This thing is gonna be so huge, by the way, like wide and heavy. All right, I guess I'm just gonna have to replace the wheels. Yes, that's where I wanted those to go. Okay. So we'll have to shift everything over a little bit once we do this, but... There we go. Okay, so if we do that, and then shift everything over to the side, this should work. And we'll have a wider base to work with. Might even look better. That's not quite even. You can launch the fuel tank and motor wheels separately, then dock them in orbit. The fuel tank and the motor wheels. I don't think I want to do that. Even though it's going to be heavy, I think I can make it work. I think I can make it work. I got some really good rockets now. No, it won't be centered if I do it that way. I have to do it this way. Does that look even? This one does not look even. This one right here does not look quite even. There. That looks pretty even. Okay. How's that look centered wise? I think that looks better. You think they fixed the memory leak issue that caused most crashes earlier on? Yeah. Okay. This is going to be huge, but I think we could make it work. We'll probably have to use a fairing to enclose all this stuff, but I think this will work. Okay, so let's put the wheels on. See how it drives, and then call it good and get a rocket to get this thing up to Minmus. What's the cross beam on the front? What if you put wheels on the end of that? This is so I could put the seat on without them hitting their head on the claw. I could probably... I'd have to put multiple of those. What? Oh, no, it's not gonna mirror. Okay, okay. No. What? Oh, that's so stupid. How can I connect these to be one piece? I feel like I need to like reroute those or something. How can I make it so that it thinks this is one piece? What if I do it here? We'll think this is on both sides. No, it's gonna go inside. Oh, that's so dumb, man. Is there any way to make it so that it's not gonna do that, where it's putting it on two sides of this small piece? Or am I gonna have to do each wheel by itself? Oh god, that's so annoying. I guess I gotta do these one wheel at a time. And then try to line all of them up. Stick them on a beam like the seats. I guess I have to do that, huh? That's just gonna keep making it heavier, though. The more beams I add, the heavier it becomes. Hey, what's up, Alter Ego? I guess... Ugh, I don't like that at all. You need weight on the bottom? You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay, what if I do that? What if we just add beams? Let's actually move this down a bit. So what if we just do beams all through here, like 3 more beams? Okay, I guess we'll probably do that. All right, was this the beam I used? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's just add the beams first, then we'll move them all. So we do 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. The wider it is, the more stable it is anyway. On Minmus rovers are prone to tipping. Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like it's a good idea to do this anyway. Okay. And snapping here doesn't seem to be good because the centering doesn't go how I like. Okay, that seems about right. These beams are like opposite of that one. I need to actually rotate these 2 middle guys like this. I can snap though. Really? Really? You're gonna do that to me, game? If I do it this way, will it snap correctly? Okay, yes. I think I might need to replace this one. There, and then just do rotate on this guy. There we go. Okay. All right, now we move and try to line these guys out. All up here. And it can't snap because it just won't line up how I want it. Okay, looks pretty close. This is going to be one of those things like close but no cigar things, I feel like. I don't think I'm going to get it exactly lined up. Okay, how close do those look? This one looks slightly higher than those guys. I'm freaking eyeballing this like crazy. All right, we want this to be just barely inside the thing. Okay. Okay. All right, let's put some wheels on this and see how this works. Okay, at least these are kind of going on how I want them to go. Okay, how's that look? So these guys are closer together than these guys, so I need to move this one over. Kind of split the difference right in there. This guy, split right there. Okay. This guy in just a touch, I feel like. The tanker rover looks pretty good. You like it? It looks pretty insane. You always include monoprop RCS in your Minmus rover so you can flip them back over. Many missions have been scrubbed with the Kerbal on their back. Well, we have the monopropellant tanks. We probably could just put some RCS thrusters here just in case. It doesn't really matter where you place these, right? So if I just place a couple here, we could maybe flip it over if we need to. Crap. It's not going to work like that because of this. So we would just do like... maybe just do this if we need to flip it. I mean, I have solar panels on the top, so if we have to flip it, we're probably kind of screwed. Precision engineering with Rand, that's right. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see how this thing drives. Let's make sure it's oriented the direction I want it to go, and then I want to see if I want to get this thing launched. Because I still need one more thing. I need to get the rocket that actually goes from the surface up to the fueling station. So we got one more piece after this. Batteries. I didn't put the batteries on there. All right. Well, we're going to drive this around. And it didn't put my pilot on there again, did it? Okay. I feel like this thing keeps getting heavier and heavier, but maybe that'll make it more stable. Okay. Yeah, it's not turning. Let's see as we go down a hill and turn if it wants to flip over. Oh, not nearly as bad as before. Oh, that's good. Oh. All right, if I'm going too fast, it looks like it wants to flip, but I still think that's better. It's a lot more stable. I just got to be careful when I turn. I need to quick save a lot with these things. Okay, let's put our batteries on, and I think we'll call that good. The batteries, I'm going to have to do one at a time because they're not... they're not going to be... mirror correctly. Why'd you turn that way? Okay, there we go. Nope. This guy. Okay. Very stable till it explode. That's right. Till it exploded. How we'll get it to the surface. That's the next plan. This is going to be... let's see here. Let me move this guy. I see a little bit of space in between I don't like here. There. I'm going to launch this thing on a rocket up there. Somebody's mentioned doing it in pieces. I don't really want to do it in pieces. Oh, cool. They like attach to each other when I do this. I like that a lot. Oh, very nice. Okay. KSP without explosions is not KSP. That's right.